Good morning students. Today in this video we are going to discuss about modulus of a complex number. Modulus means absolute value. Let z equal to a plus ib be the complex number. Then modulus of z is equal to square root of a square plus b square. Here a is real z and b is imaginary z. Know that in a complex number real part is called real z and imaginary part is called imaginary z. So modulus of z also can be written as square root of real z whole square plus imaginary z whole square. We can discuss in the organ diagram what is modulus of a complex number. Let us take real axis as x-axis as real axis and y-axis as imaginary axis in organ diagram. Already discussed what is organ diagram. We can represent any complex number using this organ diagram. Okay. Here let z equal to a comma b is a point on the complex plane. The distance between the origin and this point is called absolute value modulus of a complex number. The distance between these two points is called the modulus of a complex number. That means length of the vector. OZ is also known as vector. So the length of the vector is called modulus of a complex number. Here we know that in your previous classes how to find out the distance between any two points. Distance between any two points is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. By using this formula you can find distance between any two points. Here x2 is a 0 x1. So a minus 0 whole square plus b minus 0 whole square. That is equal to square root of a square plus b square. In this manner you get the absolute value of the complex number z is equal to a plus ib. Absolute value is the distance from origin to the complex number z. So z is equal to modulus of z is equal to square root of a square plus b square. A is the real part and b is the imaginary part. A means what? The distance from origin to point a comma 0 along the real axis, and b is the distance from origin to point 0 comma b along the imaginary axis. Therefore, mod z equal to square root of a square plus b square. Mod z is also called the absolute value of a complex number. Sometimes they will ask find the absolute value of a complex number. Absolute value means modulus of a complex number. Let us see some examples. If z is equal to 6 minus 2i, then modulus of z is equal to real z square plus imaginary z square. So square root of 6 square plus minus 8 square gives square root of 64 plus 36, which is equal to root 100, which is equal to 10. Next, if z is equal to root 2 minus 3i, here root 2 is the real part and minus 3 is the imaginary part, then modulus of z is equal to square root of square root 2 whole square plus minus 3 whole square is equal to root 2 whole square gives 2 and minus 3 whole square gives 9. Therefore, which gives square root of 2 plus 9 is equal to square root of 11. Next example, if z is equal to minus 5 plus 4i, then modulus of z is equal to square root of minus 5 whole square plus 4 square, which is equal to square root of 25 plus 16, which is equal to root 41. In this manner, we can find out the absolute value of a complex number or modulus of a complex number. Let us see properties of modulus of a complex number. Properties of a modulus of a complex number. If z1 and z2 are complex numbers, then the first one is modulus of minus z is equal to modulus of z. Modulus of minus z is equal to modulus of z. Minus z means what? Additive inverse of z. The additive inverse of z. So modulus of minus z is always equal to modulus of z. The second one is modulus of z is equal to 0 if and only if z is equal to 0. That means if modulus is 0, then that is a 0 complex number. Z equal to 0. If z is equal to 0, then their modulus is also 0. Third one, modulus of z1 into z2 is equal to modulus of z1 into modulus of z2. And fourth one, modulus of z1 by z2 equal to modulus of z1 by modulus of z2, where modulus of z2 not equal to 0. If the denominator equal to 0, then it becomes a non not defined value. That means indefinite value you get. So modulus of z2 not equal to 0. And fifth one, modulus of z power n is equal to modulus z whole power n, where n equal to n belongs to real numbers. N belongs to real numbers. Next one is modulus of z1 plus 2. Modulus of z1 plus z2 is less than or equal to modulus of z1 plus modulus of z2. And the next one is modulus of z1 minus z2 is greater than or equal to modulus of z1 minus modulus of z2. These look like triangle inequalities. In your previous classes, we know that sum of any two sides are in a triangle, and sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than or equal to its third side. And the next one is mod z into mod z bar equal to mod z whole square. In your first property, you know that mod z is equal to mod z bar. So instead of mod z bar, you can write modulus of z. So mod z into mod z gives mod z whole square. And the third next one is real z is always less than or equal to modulus of z. That means real part value sometimes less than modulus of z, and sometimes real z is equal to modulus of z. Real z is equal to modulus of z when it possible. Real z is equal to modulus of z is possible if imaginary part is 0. If imaginary part is 0, then real z is equal to modulus of z. Imaginary z is less than or equal to modulus of z. When imaginary z of equal to modulus of z, if a equal to 0, that means if real part is 0, then imaginary of z is equal to modulus of z. Imaginary z is equal to modulus of z when a equal to 0, real part equal to 0, then modulus of z is always equal to imaginary z. If imaginary part is 0, then real z is always equal to modulus of z. This is about properties of modulus of a complex number. You can discuss later in detail these properties. You can use these properties in the simplification of some problems. Remember all these properties. Properties of a modulus of a complex number. Okay. This is about modulus of a complex number. Thank you.